Hello, my fellow Nigerians in Yorkshire, families, students, and businesses in the UK and back home in Nigeria. This is the Nigerian Yorkshire Community Network UKCIC Group YouTube channel. And my name is Mr. Jace Kolawole. I'm the founder and the president of the Nigerian Yorkshire Community Network UKCIC. Uh, Today is another YouTube channel. Apologies that we've not been able to be dishing out some regular YouTube channel. We've been very busy with our community activities, helping communities in Leeds. Today, the purpose of the YouTube channel today is looking at the JAPA outcome and result for our Nigerian students, our Nigerian families that are in the UK to study, to live, to have a better life. And there has been a news on the Channel 4 channel, the UK Channel 4 channels, about the UK care workers exploitation and modern slavery allegation. And I just want to give a lot of people my take. And my take on this is basically that the allegation that was on Channel 4, and I will be putting the link and for you to go inside and to have a look at it, is about the exploitation and the modern slavery of UK care workers, by their agencies, by their employers, and by individuals that have been issued licenses or sponsorship visa by the UK Home Office. Now, this issue that came on Channel 4 yesterday, and I don't know, maybe most of you have had a look at it, you can see that this issue has not just happened just now, it has been happening more than 4 years ago. As you know, if I can give you a brief of history, why do we have support worker, care workers in the UK that are coming from countries to come and work in this country? This was a requirement by the UK NHS to fill in their gaps of unemployment, to be able to, because the care sector was going through a lot of issues as there was nobody to work in the care sector. And the UK, maybe 2 or 3, 5 years ago, issued out licenses. And this was a license that went so far to the extent that any student that is coming to this country, you can come with your dependent. And there was a big rush, a big rush. The surge was there. A lot of people were coming in from Africa, from Nigeria, from Asian countries, and etc. And a lot of people were here. The first thing, if you're a student, you enroll as a student and you're allowed to work in the care sector for 20 hours a week. If you're a dependent, then if you're a dependent, you can work full-time hours. That is the way it works. And there were lots of sponsorship licenses that was issued to agencies, care organizations, even in the UK, outside UK, in Nigeria. And for example, a lot of you have gone through a lot. A lot of you that have brought your family down here, family of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know how much you have spent. You have spent up to 20 to 30 million to 40 million, sold all your houses in Nigeria or in any other country just to come and work in this country, thinking that this country is a land of milk and honey. But it has not been so. Over the time, our organization started, and we started in October in 2020, and that was the right time. The Japa, a lot of people were Japaing. We did lots of Japa video at that time. If you go back, you'll be able to see all the Japa video. There were Japa warnings, there were Japa advice, how to live in the UK, how to make sure that you don't get exploited, and etc. All these things were there. And we were having issues. We were getting complaints from lots of Nigerian student families. For example, you see some Nigerian groups that were working in York. They rang us, they came to us, started complaining that this care worker that the Home Office has given license to, they have just disappeared. Some of them have said they've not been paid for a week, for a month, for 2 months. And all these things were just coming up. We've seen families that they've been given visa right from Nigeria through this Home Office that issued this license to this person that was given someone. And by the time you get to the UK, you can't get a job for 6 months, a year. You have a family of 4, 5 that you're unable to feed. And this is why we end up supporting families because it got to that stage of emotional state that families that have sold all their property, etc., just to get to this country, thinking that this country is a land of milk and honey, is not so. We started helping people. This is why our organization grew, and we grew. We were helping people, and not by my power, but the power of the Holy Spirit and my volunteers and stakeholders. Now, with the issue, addressing the issue of yesterday from Channel 4 News, UK Channel 4 News, there was an allegation, and I will post the link there, and I know most of you have seen it. You could have seen that, the allegation of care workers organizations that have been exploiting lots of you as a Nigerian or even non-Nigerian, For example, some of you, the way you were threatened whenever you're working, that panic is always there for you. And for me, I feel you all the time. And I was saying this on a different platform, which I was telling them. Our Nigerians, whenever they're going to care work, they started panicking. You see our Nigerian student families, all because to get this work, they will be given, notice by the care worker, by these agencies, they don't give them notice, they don't give them timetable. Majority of them don't get timetable. You just see this agency, we want you to come in now. They get treated, unhumanly. The standard of UK care workers, the way they were dealing with UK care workers, which you were involved, compared to the UK working regulations, was not the same. There was a big gap. And that gap has resulted into these agencies, these individuals that are giving people sponsorship, these individuals that the Home Office that was supposed to be responsible to make sure that you monitor all these care workers, their activities, how they're treating people that are working in the UK's biggest institution, which is the NHS. The Home Office has failed. Now, if not because of the Channel 4 News that brought this out yesterday, nobody should have been looking at this. Nobody will be shining a spotlight on this today. I've seen a lot of people discussing about this aspect, and this is why I have to give you my own take. The UK Home Office has made billions of pounds from people. You were the one that was issued a sponsorship license, sponsorship to all these individuals, to all these rogue organizations, to all these care workers, whether in the UK or in abroad or in Nigeria. Now, we are now seeing allegations of exploitations and modern slavery. What are those exploitations? We have people that are work with support work. They have not been paid for a week or 2 weeks. The way they get treated, where they're working is inhumane. Even I was telling someone that I will not advise my family, my friend, my enemy to work in the care sector or in the NHS. The treatment they get from there is absolutely not the same. But Nigerians or other race will come to this country, whether you're a student or a family, come to this country, trying to make ends meet, trying to pay their school fees. You will see our lovely Nigerians, our other race, they will be working hard and tooth and nail to make sure they can pay their school fees. This is why you see them in the night, because the agency has just given them unannounced notice. We want you to come down now. We have seen people traveling 2 hours distance because of small money. How much do they get paid? They don't get paid much. Whether it's £10 or £11, and they will still get taxed. And the way they treat you in that care home, I've seen a situation where there was one Nigerian, they reported to us, so all these things are feedbacks. That Nigerian was working there on Monday, working with that elderly, nothing to do. Basically, you go in there, go in the room, check the elderly, do the right stuff, you give them coffee. That elderly gave up on Thursday in 4 days' time. Do you know what that care agency did? That care agency immediately suspended that Nigerian worker. And the next thing that will happen is that Nigerian worker just had a knock on the door. It was from the police. After they did their investigation, everything like that, they now realize that old elderly man died a natural death. This is what happens when you see agencies, rogue agencies that the Home Office has given license to. Now, the Home Office is now shining a spotlight on that, etc., like that. They will deal with this thing. They have known about this more than 5 years ago. The Home Office are the ones that are making billions of pounds, charging people before they can give you COS. Go and check. You have to be paying 3,000 to 5,000 pounds. The Home Office has made loads of money, billions of pounds from people. So when you say an agency is exploiting people, who is the real exploiter? A lot of people, care workers that are in this country, they have not just been exploited right from in the UK, they've been exploited right from their country of origin. You came to this country, when you're coming to this country, are you supposed to be paying 20 million to 30 million or 15,000 to 20,000 pounds to get a care work visa because you want to bring yourself, to bring your family? That is what is happening. Who in the right head will say that that is the right thing to do? How much is a visa? The visa to come and work in this country should not be more than 1,000, 2,000. But you see people, all because the Home Office has subcontracted this to rogue workers, organizations. Anybody can apply for a care license from the Home Office. The Home Office will grant it. And whenever you tell the Home Office, they don't agree with you. The Home Office start looking at things, they start issuing statements on the telly. It's only when a media like Channel 4 bring this up. And there's been that allegation that came up yesterday, which I know most of you have seen. There will be more allegations of exploitation of UK care workers and modern slavery. It's still coming up. There will be more. So this is what has happened. The Home Office pretends as if it doesn't know what is happening, but it knew this. We community leaders in Yorkshire, we have had allegations, complaints from people that have been exploited through the care worker, people that have been maltreated, has been threatened by care worker, by support workers organization. And this is why when you see Nigerians, when they're going to work, they're not always stable. Their emotional state is unstable. They're always scared. They're always worried. Where are they going to get the next job? If you see a care worker going to work today, he doesn't know maybe he's going to get the next shift. They will just give you a shift that you don't agree to. They can tell you that they want you to go and work in London. Look at how much they're going to pay you. And that is what is going on. That is what came up on the Channel 4 news yesterday. When we had stories, I want people should look at Channel 4 news yesterday. You can see what came up about UK care workers, exploitation, and modern slavery allegations. We know that 2 years ago or a year ago, Rishi Sunak revoked licenses from rogue care workers. Because when you're a care worker, when you charge people 20 million, 30 million, 20,000, when you bring them to this country, what are you supposed to do? Are you not supposed to give them a job? Are you not supposed to make sure that they get full shift? I can tell you, a lot of you, Nigerians and other race, up to now, you have not even got a full-time job. I've seen people coming back to me and say, Mr. President, I don't even know where to do. Do you know anybody that is doing employment? Nigerians are stuck in this country because they have now invested all their income, all their assets into working in the UK, thinking that UK is a land of milk and honey. On getting here now, everybody is struggling. Everybody is struggling right now. There is no job. Okay, look at this student stuff. The student visa alone, tier 2 visa is a loan. Once you finish that 2-year visa, they give you an opportunity to extend it by the 2 years. Do you know how much they charge now? Before, they were charging £2,000. The Home Office is now charging £3,000. So if you're a family of 5, how much is that? That's 15,000. If you're a family of 6, that's 3,000 times 6. That's 18,000. Where on earth are you going to be able to get 18,000? Because you want 2 years. I've seen families that they've paid 10,000 during that time of 2,000 per head for the 2 years. They've decided to go to Canada. When they go to Canada, Canada will give them a stay. Immediately you get to Canada, so why spending 15,000 on the 2 years extension, 15,000 or 20,000 pounds on 5 years when you can go to Canada or other areas to get a stay? And that's beside thing, because the reason for this YouTube is basically that the UK care workers exploitation and modern slavery allegation, recent allegation by Channel 4. If you go to Channel 4, you'll be able to see Channel 4, they were doing their investigation. There were lots of videos and etc., documentaries about people that have been exploited by the care workers. Who was given this care worker licenses? Is it not the UK Home Office? Yes. So on the bottom line, the UK Home Office has failed to monitor these care workers because they are making money. Their only mind is focusing on money. Who are the richest department in the UK government? Is the Home Office. Visa has gone up. If there is nothing that is in the spotlight, if there is nothing that comes out of the media, the Home Office does not really care because they don't have time. They're overbooked. The immigration is in the spotlight because the media carries it every day. Now this one, UK care workers, exploitation and modern slavery obligation have just come up. And I was telling a platform that we knew about this long time ago. I've seen tons of Nigerians that have come to us. Some of them have been threatened by their care worker. Some of them will just be told by their care worker, you're not working anymore with them. Is that supposed to happen? Compared to the normal standard UK working regulation? No. So this is why we normally tell our Nigerian people in Yorkshire, in the UK, even at home, that whenever you're in a foreign land, you have a right as anybody. Because you pay your taxes. You are the one that is propping the economy, the UK economy. Nigerians will work tooth and nail to make sure that they put more tax. And these people get taxed. They get taxed from here and there. So this is the issue that is going on. You know, the exploitation of the UK care workers and modern slavery has been happening long time ago. The Home Office knows about this. They should not just start putting statements on the TV because it just came up on Channel 4 TV. These are the issues that we were talking about, we complain about, but your mind is focusing on just giving people collecting the money. The UK charges money. They exploit people. You know, the amount of money. You know, just imagine you want to go and collect visa. You know how much your immigration lawyer will charge you. Because this is what the Home Office is charging. So the issue of the UK care workers, exploitation and modern slavery have not just started today. Have not just started because they came out from the news. The Home Office is now paying attention, try to focus on it. And the solution to this is for the Home Office to set up a committee and work with the community leaders to make sure they set up an inquiry line like the Windrush. That is what they need to do. We need a line that can be filtered to the community leaders so that we can send it to everybody. Let everybody put their complaint. And I can guarantee you, if we say we want feedback from people that are working in the support work or care work, I can tell you that the Home Office will not get 1% of positive feedback. Because everybody that works in the care sector has their own story. One story or the other. Is either, today I'm working today as a shift, you've already planned yourself as a shift, and the shift is already immediately or just cancelled by the care worker or agency or organization or by NHS. The UK care worker versus the normal UK people they not get treated fairly. They're not the same. Their treatment is far away. That gap is big. And this is why I'm going to be posting the link. And if people can go and look at channels for UK care worker exploitation and modern slavery allegation, this is exactly what is happening to you. And if you have all those issues, you can send us an email so that we can forward it to Home Office. You can tell us your story. Please, I want to do that. Send us your story. Send us to admin@nycn.org.uk. Check out our website, www.nycn.org.uk, or our social media. This thing is going to be going viral in the next couple of days, I can tell you, couple of weeks, couple of months. The advice to Home Office is to set up a committee that will look into this, like the same thing they did for Windrush. Set up a committee for the UK care workers, exploitation and modern slavery allegations. Set up a line and send that link to us or leave that link on the Home Office page so that we can forward it to families. And I can tell you, the allegation you got from the Channel 4 will be a tip. There will be so many people. I can tell you this, that a lot of people in the care worker sector, they have their own story to tell. As in exploitation and treated as a slave in this country. All because the NHS wants to fill up the gap of unemployment in the NHS. But these people have agreed to come and help the UK government NHS department, but they've been treated immediately. These people has come to this country, whether you're a student, whether you're a family, to come and help the care sector. And they've been treated, exploited like a slave. I've never seen any issues, such issue that it has been, attention has been taken away from. Not until now, when Channel 4 News, UK Channel 4 News, just looked at it. These things has to be addressed. These things has to be looked at. The Home Office should step up, set up a committee, set up an inquiry line, step up an investigation, like work with community groups to make sure that we get this, we eradicate this, exploitation and modern day slavery of the UK care workers. It's very, very important that this needs to be looked at. Because I know that the Home Office, at the end of the day, they don't look at things not until it goes onto the media. So as a community leader, I'm always open to talk to. We can have a discussion. I don't mind, but the Home Office have to have a solution. Work with community leaders like us, whether in Leeds or in Yorkshire or in the UK. Work with the Nigerian government to address this issue. The exploitation of UK care workers and modern slavery does not just start in the UK. It started from the country of origin when they're collecting their visa. When the normal price of collecting a care visa is like 1,000, 2,000, but you see a lot of people paying 10,000, 15,000 pounds to an agency that the Home Office has issued a license to carry out their duties. What are the duties? Issue a visa, get them to UK, get them a job, and make sure they're well. Let them have their workers' rights. All those things has not been applicable. And this is all down to the Home Office. Who's accountable? Who's supposed to be regulating this? Is the UK Home Office. So this matter on the allegation and modern slavery of UK care workers, which I know that you are part of, has not just started today. It has started a long time ago. It has just been brought to spotlight because whenever anything goes on the media, this is when the UK government looks at it. Who am I to say I'm going to send an email about a complaint? They're not going to listen to me. They don't care about the people on the lower level ground. They listen to. So it's only when Channel 4 News just brought this up yesterday, and that is when it start catching attention. So if you are being a support worker, whether you're in Yorkshire or in the UK, or even you're now gone back home, you can send your stories to admin@nysn.org.uk. Go on our website www.nysn.org.uk, on our social media nysn.yorkshire. Send us your story. We will forward that story. Make sure you put your name, your contact, and which organization, which agency did you work with. I want you to put the name of the agency that employed you, that has treated you, exploited you, treated you like slavery. Some of you, you've not been paid. Up to now, you have not been paid. Some of you, the care worker that you have decided that they're not going to pay you, or some of the organization or care worker that has given you work have not even paid you. They've disappeared from the radar. They don't pick up your calls anymore. Don't hold back. Please. We want you to send your complaint, your full story, your name, your contact, your email address. Please put it there. We will send it to the Home Office. And don't be scared. The Home Office is not going to start looking for you and start saying that they want to eject you out of UK. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You have seen the issue of the 60 Nigerian Teesside students that the institution, Teesside, and the Home Office wanted to kick out. The communities, our communities, the Nigerian Yorkshire community, and the Teesside NICOT, and Teesside, and the Nigerian government intervened. They intervened, And we were able to solve. The Nigerian government had a meeting, the Foreign Office had a meeting with the UK government Home Office and the T side, and they were able to find a solution. Although we still have some of them that institution have been telling that they should go back to Nigeria to go and do their studies. And it has happened not only in Yorkshire, it has happened not only in Teesside, it's happening all over UK. So if you're in a situation where you know that you're unable to you're unable to make your payment based on what you've arranged, you can have a discussion with the International School Office. Have a rearrangement. It's not a crime. And don't be scared. And if any institution, university you are, or any organization is threatening you to say it's going to deport you, then you make a complaint. We will forward it to the Home Office. Nobody has the right. Any organization has the right to say they threaten you that they want to return you to your country. Because you have worked there, you have paid your tax, you have the same right. Why should you be treated differently? This is what I say to my fellow Nigerians here. You have the same right like anybody because you are paying your tax. You pay your full tax more than anybody. Why should anybody threaten you? Even if you're living. This is why our organization, our customer service is strong. If you call us for any advice, we will help you out. It's simple. If you're living in a house, your landlord is maltreating you, if your local council or your city council is maltreating you, you can give us a call. If we can't solve the problem, we will go to the Nigerian High Commission or to our Nigerian government to solve the problem. We can work with other community groups to solve the problem. And this is why our organization exists. This is why our organization is unique. Because we have lots of Nigerians in this country, in Yorkshire, whether you're a student or family or businesses, that have issues. And we need to put them to the right direction. If you need an advice, we will advise you. Don't just take the wrong step. Don't just go and pay any money to any agency. Because you're looking for sponsorship. Some people have made that mistake. Because the Home Office has given these people licenses and they have exploited people that they want to give them sponsorship and they refuse and they run away. These are exploitations. I've said it. Long time ago, I've been crying on this. I've been shouting about this. Nobody has listened. That there's some agencies, there's some sponsorship people that they say they have license. They've been exploiting our Nigerians. When you are a student, you want to change your normal visa, someone will call you, I can give you a visa. You go and make a 5,000 deposit and that money is gone. You don't know that person. Please don't take that step. I have given that advice on this platform. I've given lots of jackpot video advice, not because of my sake, not because I want to be in the spotlight, because I feel for you, I care for you, and I know what you guys are going through. To work for £1 is not just easy. Not to talk of giving someone 5,000, 10,000 pounds, 15,000 pounds, 20,000 pounds. You have families to feed. You have your own life to do. You have your own education. You have your own school fees to pay. Then you go and give 15,000 to someone just all because you're panicking that your visa is going to run out. Don't panic. The Home Office can give you 60 days. You can challenge it. You can challenge it with a good lawyer. Don't panic. Don't rush into go and pay for sponsorship you don't know about. If you want to go for a sponsor, you can give us a call. We can check it out for you. And the list, I'm going to put that list again. The list of sponsorship, approved sponsorship by the Home Office, I will put it as part of this link inside the description. You need to take your own necessary steps, do it yourself, so that you don't fall into all these traps. Make sure you work for the right agency, work for the right a care organization, not agency that will exploit you, not agency that will not pay your salary, not agency that will be delaying your money when you have bills to pay. I feel for you. I don't feel for you because I want to be in the spotlight. I feel for you because I'm a community leader. This is what I do full time now. I was a project manager before for 10, 15 years. Now I run the community with my committees and stakeholders, and our organization is a caring organization trying to take up this issue, trying to see how we can forward this issue to make sure that even if I have to do it on YouTube, and I'm saying this on the YouTube because I don't have any connection to any media, whether Sky or BBC or Channel 4, because they will not come to us to come and ask all these questions. If they come to me, I will tell them the old stories of what has gone on. I will give them an example of some of the care workers that have had issues, that have been exploited, that has been treated. under the modern slavery regulation, UK regulations. So you have rights, please. Today, the reason for me doing this before I go to work is to tell you that you have rights. Don't let anybody exploit you. Don't let anybody, treat you like a slave. If they don't pay you for the first week, the first thing you need to do is raise it straight away. If you give us a call, send us an email, admin@nysn.org.uk. Give us a call on 0113-873-0617. We will be able to forward it, advise you, or send it to immigration lawyer. Don't let anybody exploit you. I know a lot of you are going through that because you needed this job, but in the sense of that needing that job, the agencies that is giving you the job will be maltreating you, exploiting you. The job that's supposed to pay you £15, they will just say they will pay you £5, even below the minimum wage. That is not right. That is exploitation. That is modern day slavery. And that should not be happening in the 21st century in the United Kingdom. And that is what is happening. But it's blinded to the Home Office itself. It's blinded to the UK government because their focus is on something else. Not until the Channel 4 brought it up now. You have rights. Whether you're a Nigerian or not, you have rights. Don't let any care agency or organization or someone that have a license, don't let them exploit you. If they're not paying you the right money, you raise it up. If they're not paying you on time, you raise it up. If they're maltreating you, you can make a complaint. Everybody has the right to make a complaint. Everybody has the right. It's part of our democratic values. So I'm appealing to you. Get in touch with us. Look us up. My name is Mr. J. Skolawole. I'm the founder and the president of the Nigerian Yorkshire community in Leeds. We're based in Leeds. Our office is in Ambley. If you want to talk, if you're having issues, even at your home, domestic violence, etc., come and talk to us. We're not encouraging you. I will not encourage you to whatever you're having in between you and your husband. You need to sit down together and sort it out. Don't even speak to the third party. But if it's coming to violence, the first time, second time, third time, then you need to find a solution. I do not condone a man to be laying their hands on any woman or a woman to be laying their hands on their husband. You need to find an amicable solution. And if it's not working out, people can go their separate ways without any allegations. All those things is very important. We've seen people that have gone to the Home Office, lied to the Home Office, that they've been abused, etc., because they want to claim an asylum seeker, because they want to collect visa, etc., against their partners. Is it fair? No. And the Home Office will just go and get the police and arrest that innocent person. Nothing has happened. Please, we need to think before we act. We need to think before we do things. We don't condone violence. We don't want any violence in between any families. Rather than having violence, everybody can go their separate ways. It's very simple. But everybody has rights. Nobody should be treated, should be exploited, should be lied to, should be exploited. And even in this time of treating people, modern day slavery, it should not happen. It should not happen. Whether in the UK, in Nigeria, it should not happen. Please. Thank you so much for listening to us. More YouTube updates on our events and activity will come up, and if you want anything, please check our YouTube channel. More updates to come on. But today on this YouTube is about the UK care workers, exploitation, and modern day slavery, recent allegations. And I want everybody to take it serious. Whether you're a Nigerian, whether you're a non-Nigerian, please don't be scared to come to us. If you have been treated badly by your agency, by your organization that you're working for, you come to us, send us an email, admin@nysn. We will see how we can help you with that. If you're a student that you're unable to make your payment and the school is threatening you, try and resolve it by telling the school that you can always arrange a smaller payment arrangement. If they refuse to say they want to eject you, you can come to us. We will forward it to the Nigerian High Commission, to the other communities, so that we can get solutions for you. Whether you're a student or family or businesses, I want you to know that you have rights. You have rights, because People, students that are coming to this country paying 15,000, 18,000, 20,000, they are propping the UK economy up. You that you're working as a support worker, you're propping the UK by paying your tax. You as a business that you have business in the UK, you're propping it because you are creating more businesses for people. So you're paying your tax. Why should you be treated differently? It should not happen. And we're always here to stand for you. The Nigerian Yorkshire Community Network, UKCIC Group, will always stand for you to the last. Stand with you as your family, as a business, as a student. And don't forget that. Thank you so much. More update to come soon. Thank you.